680's Kris McCusker joins us now. Kris, another day of triple-digit losses on the markets. What's causing this bleed?
Okay, well, first let me just sort of give you big picture here. In the last 2 days, the Dow down almost 1,400 points. So let that sink in just for a second. It was off by more than 800 yesterday, down more than 500 today. The S&P closed at its lowest finish since July. The NASDAQ at its lowest close since May, and it also dipped into correction territory at one point today. Correction territory defined as a drop of 10% from the peak. So what's doing this, you ask? It's basically more of the same. Trade issues, a downgrade in growth expectations by the IMF, the expectation of rising interest rates, a bond sell-off that we have seen, and as well today, the VIX, or the so-called fear gauge, hit its highest level since February. Now, I did check the Dow futures as far as tomorrow goes. As it stands right now, we've got another triple-digit loss, suggesting another losing day tomorrow. But a lot can happen between now and tomorrow morning, so we'll see how it goes.
Maybe it's a good thing it's Friday tomorrow, but
yes.
Some are pointing a finger right squarely at President Trump for making the situation worse.
Yeah, a little bit interesting today. He was very critical, and actually he's been very critical of the U.S. Federal Reserve for quite some time now because they continue to raise interest rates. An analyst I spoke to today said basically that just made matters worse.
The president did not do the markets any good last night when he scoffed at the Federal Reserve Bank. I thought that was totally uncalled for, terribly unconscionable, and absolutely, utterly wrong, and he didn't help the market at all.
Now, the thing that's interesting here is that the U.S. president picked Jerome Powell to head up the U.S. Federal Reserve. That's his choice. And he did clarify that he's got no plans to fire him. And again, I guess anything's subject to change nowadays.
Anything is subject to change.
Yes.
Now, this loss also trickled, well, it didn't really trickle, did it? It bled up to the northern border here, too. TSX seeing triple-digit losses yesterday. What happened today on Bay Street?
Another triple-digit loss. Now, it was not as bad as yesterday, down 200 points today, but year-to-date, the TSX is off by 5.5%. And really helping Bay Street today, the gold stocks. We saw a big jump in the price for gold. Its biggest one-day jump since June of 2016. June of 2016 was Brexit. Usually people buy gold when they're concerned. And then the price for oil was down by more than $2, so it hit a multi-week low. The thing about that as well that is worth noting, the gap between U.S. oil and Canadian oil widened today to $52, and that is a new record.
All right. Thank you, Kris.
Okay, have a good night.